If I'm smiling, it's sunny, and I'm not wearing makeup, there's one thing for sure. I'm coming to you from California. I always bring makeup here knowing well that it's not gonna go on because I'm just in my element here. All natural, you and me, honeys. We got in last night, Friday night, which that was a long day. I woke up at 4:30 Eastern time, which is 1:30 a.m. Pacific time, and we sat on the runway for over 2 hours waiting to take off. I'm feeling good this morning because I had a nice sleep. I woke up, I went for my run, and the sun is out. It's gonna be a great day here. By the way, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. If you're new here, I am a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, and right now you are on vacation with me in California, my favorite place. I'm a Boston gal, but we love to come here. My cheeks literally hurt because I've been smiling so much. So we have two things to talk about, fam. We gotta talk about primary foods and we gotta talk about secondary foods. Which one should we talk about first? Let's talk about primary foods first. I know you want to hear about the secondary foods, which is the food that goes in your mouth, but let's talk about primary foods first. So coming on this trip, when I go on trips, you guys know I am just a little bit of a control freak, just smidge. I plan out the whole itinerary for the trip. I'm that kind of gal. So I planned out our itinerary, and today's itinerary is elite. First, we wake up, we have our alone time, and then right now we are headed to the Corona Del Mar Farmers Market, and then we're gonna go to a bunch of open houses. And I wrote out all of the stops and the Zillow links for all of them and all of the addresses. So that's our plan for today. Oh, we're gonna go to the beach too. So we're gonna go to the farmer's market. I want some nice fresh fruit that just feels so right to me. And then we're gonna sit on the beach and read and enjoy the sun and the sand and the ocean and the smells and the waves, and then go check out all of our $20 million homes. For fun, by the way, we're not buying homes here. I should make that disclaimer. That's one of our primary foods, is going to be to go and to look at the homes. So when I go on a trip, perhaps in the past, especially when I first became vegan, almost 10 years ago now, which is wild, the focus was, where are we gonna eat? What restaurants are we gonna go to? Especially when I first became vegan. But my philosophy around food has changed so much, and it's evolved to a place that I feel so proud of, where food is here to fuel me, to allow me to experience things fully. So when we come here to Southern California, a place that I love, I can smell the ocean, I can go to the farmer's market, we can go to the open houses, we can have our time together, and it's not so food focused, and then my digestion doesn't feel good, and you feel sick after, you have a food hangover, and it's the letdown afterwards. Instead, if I fuel myself through Slim on Starch foods that make me feel amazing, I can fully enjoy and experience all of the joys that come with being able to travel and explore places. So when I go on trips, I make an itinerary of all the primary foods that we're gonna do, as opposed to all of the foods that we're gonna eat. If you are a big restaurant foodie, then you do you. Different bodies, different paths, different strokes for different folks. At this time in my life, this is what feels very aligned to me, to eat foods that make me feel good, my digestion feels good, I feel energized and alive and radiant and glowing and happy and at peace. And then when we go and experience all of these things, my camera cut out, I can be there and I can be fully present. That's the primary foods talk. Now let's talk about secondary foods. So last night I popped a few Japanese sweet potatoes into the Potato Express bag. Japanese sweet potatoes and I, we're like this. We're homies. We've had a long relationship. It's been a loyal relationship. We love each other. I usually put them in the Instant Pot, or I bake them. I like them nice and gooey and caramelized and yummy with my cinnamon. But I bought this here $8, you know, this thing is super cheap, and it's, the link for it is in the down bar. I bought this bag that you can put the potatoes in and steam them in the microwave, and I had used this years and years ago when I was in a bind for travel. Then I threw it out because I wasn't using it, and the minimalist in me. And then I used it again last night. Honeys, this might be my new thing. Put a few Japanese sweet potatoes, I wash them, I put them in here for about 8 minutes, because I did 4 minutes and then another 2 and another 2 minutes after that. And then I ate them with lettuce. I didn't add any cinnamon. They came out so cakey. I personally, I think a lot of people might not like it because it's dry. I personally like dry food. I just do. I just like that texture. Like I growing up liked breads and coffee cakes and things that were crumbly and dry. I like things more dry. I like when my pumpkin is dry. Is anybody else like that? I don't like when food is too wet. I don't like when sweet potatoes are too wet. And this made it so dense and cakey and sort of dry and sweet. It tasted like a sweet bread and it was so good. This might be my new obsession. So we are headed to the farmer's market now. I'm gonna see what fruit I can get there. I want some nice fruits, and I have some actually in the microwave right now, Japanese sweet potatoes in the potato express bag that we're gonna bring as well. Before heading out to the farmer's market, we ate, and I had a repeat of my meal from the night before, my new favorite, the microwaved Japanese sweet potatoes with romaine. I still had a good amount of sweet potatoes that I purchased from Erewhon. Now, as you can see here, I do have Starbucks. That's actually a venti hot water, and as you can see, I have my own tea bag that I put in there, so my significant other, my boyfriend, knows to always get me a venti hot water when he goes and gets his coffee, and then I put my chamomile tea in. I personally don't drink coffee. I don't do caffeine. I really like to be as in tune with my hunger fullness cues and my body's needs as possible, and caffeine does mask your ability to recognize your hunger fullness cues and to get a full night's sleep. So I had my sweet potatoes in my little bag here, and I had a few of these Japanese sweet potatoes with romaine. This is a great way for me to start the day. I love starting my day with greens because those thylakoids do shut off the hunger signal and allow you to feel nice and stable throughout the rest of the day without cravings. So this super simple meal is a fantastic way to make sure that you feel energized throughout the rest of the day. You're not having cravings and you're up and down with your blood sugar and you're hungry and you're craving sweets and you're lethargic and fatigued. It's one of my favorite ways to start the day. So I was so thrilled to be able to have that same energy that I have when I'm at home, when I'm in my favorite place, which is California. My significant other did have something different. I can't even remember what he had, maybe a breakfast sandwich. I can't quite remember, but it's okay because different bodies, different paths. What he needs in his body is totally different from what I need. So if you're eating differently than those around you, that is okay. You are an individual and you need to do what is best for you to make sure that you show up as your best self. Eating these simple plant-based foods makes me my best self so I can show up as the best girlfriend, the best coach for my clients, the best sister to my brothers and friend to my friends and daughter to my parents. Do what makes you feel the best and allows you to be fully present in your life. And by the way, I do eat the skins. Heading to the farmer's market, I was on the hunt for some juicy, ripe, fresh fruit, and I was pleased to find some. So I had a hankering for stone fruit, for nectarines. Just really, they were calling my name, and they were giving free samples to twist my arm so I could find out which one I wanted, and ended up going for some nectarines, which we had while walking around the farmer's market. We are about to head out to the beach here, so I've got my little canvas tote and I'm going to show you what I'm going to bring along. So, of course, you know, this bag is going to be filled, and this time around I did get my hands on, see that little peak? You know what that is? That's a Hawaiian sweet potato, baby. So, in my potato express bag, and what's so awesome is they keep the potatoes warm. So I've got my Hawaiians packed away in my potato express bag, all cooked, ready to go. Tuck those back in, keep them nice and warm. Also, as a starch, I am packing with me another little packet of these roasted chestnuts. You saw these in my last video as well. I had some on the plane. Chestnuts are a starch and the only ingredient is roasted chestnuts. So these are wonderful for packing along if you're going to the beach or going on a hike or going on a car ride because they don't require any cooking. Let's zoom out here a little more. I'm also bringing with me this clamshell of red grapes. Is it just me or do grapes taste so much better when they're in the clamshell? Anybody else? Of course, I am bringing romaine with me to have with my sweet potatoes. And the organic romaine was on sale, which is such a win. And then I'm also gonna bring that little baby mango because it was nice and wrinkly and soft. You see how the skin looks a little bit wrinkly? You want it to look like this. And what is better than a nice juicy mango at the beach with the sun shining on you? I'm just gonna peel the skin off this and just eat it like an apple when we're there. Then we went to see some open houses after the beach, and what do you guys think? I mean, I think this will do for a master bedroom, right? I mean, the only thing is I just wish it were closer to the water. There's even a fireplace. I mean, come on. If this is not the place for me. First time in Mother's Market. Let's see. Then we went to see Mother's Market, which I had been advised to check out, and oh my goodness, I loved it here. I was so impressed by the quality of the produce, how clean it was. The prices were great too. I was so surprised. So I love Mother's Market. Can we get some in Boston, please? So we're at Mother's Market, and I just bought a plum because I want to see if they're good and if I should get more. So I bought one to test it. The fruit, oh, I really wanted nectarines, but they're really hard, so let's see how this one is. Really colorful, but not too much taste. So beautiful though. I might have to play it safe and get a different fruit. Grapes never let me down, and the grapes here were good and they were hard. I've never seen anything like this. This is in the frozen section. It's got oil, but it's so interesting. Frozen sushi. Look at these cute little bliss balls that don't have any oil or sugar added to them. Look how amazing the ingredients are. Cashews, oat flour, almond flour, maple syrup, coconut flour, vanilla extract, chocolate chips, and sea salt. Then at nighttime, going to get some sushi, got a couple of cucumber rolls to start out, and then got some spinach rolls. Keeping it super simple. We love to get sushi together because we both love our sushi. I love my veggie sushi and he loves his sushi that might have some fish in it. Again, different bodies, different paths, totally fine. I do what's best for me, he does what's best for him, and we love each other regardless. As I said, I'm Healthy Emmie, weight loss specialist, nutritionist, and creator of the Slim on Starch program. If you want to fast track your results and you just want to get this settled, get the weight off, check it off, and move on with the rest of your life, then click the link in the down bar right this minute. Don't wait another second. Woo!